If you just received a letter about your mortgage, I want to say one thing first. You have not already lost your house. That letter is the beginning of a process, not the end of one. And once you understand how that process actually works in Georgia, you are going to feel a lot more capable of handling what comes next. I'm Alexis with Riv Buys Properties. If you just got a notice about foreclosure on your home in Georgia, this video is for you. I am going to walk you through exactly what that word means, what the process looks like step by step in this state, and what real options you still have. We are partnered with top Georgia foreclosure attorneys and HUD-approved housing counselors, so you are not figuring this out alone. Stay with me. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. If you just received a letter about your mortgage, I want to say one thing before we go any further. You have not already lost your house. That letter is the start of a legal process, not the end of one. Processes have steps. Steps take time, and that time belongs to you. Foreclosure is the legal process a mortgage lender uses to recover a property when a borrower stops making payments. That is all it is. It is not a punishment, and it is not a judgment about who you are. It is a structured legal sequence. And in Georgia, that sequence has specific rules that give you more time and more choices than most people realize when that letter first arrives. Here's something Georgia-specific that changes everything. Georgia is a non-judicial foreclosure state. That means the lender does not have to file a lawsuit and go through a judge before foreclosing. The authority to sell the property is written right into the security deed you signed when you got the loan. It is called the power of sale. This is different from many other states where foreclosure requires a lengthy court process. In Georgia, the lender follows a notice and publication process instead, and understanding that distinction is the first step toward understanding your actual timeline. Before a non-judicial foreclosure sale can happen in Georgia, the lender must publish a notice of sale in the official legal newspaper for the county where the property sits. That notice runs once a week for 4 consecutive weeks before the sale. Separately, the borrower must be sent notice at least 30 days before the sale date. These are not optional courtesies. They are legal requirements, and they mean there is a built-in window before anything can happen at the courthouse. When a sale does happen, it is at the courthouse steps of the county where the property is located on the first Tuesday of the month, between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. If your lender has started the publication process, you can count forward from the first published notice to know roughly when the sale is scheduled. Before any of that publication even begins, there is a federal rule that acts as a floor. Under CFPB Regulation X, a mortgage servicer generally cannot make the first official foreclosure filing until the borrower is more than 120 days delinquent. That is a federal consumer protection. It does not mean you have 120 days to do nothing. It means you have a protected window to explore options. Georgia's notice requirements run on top of that federal floor. During that window, federal law requires your servicer to review you for loss mitigation options before finalizing foreclosure. Think of it as a ladder. At the bottom are options that let you keep the house: reinstatement, a repayment plan, forbearance, and a loan modification. For FHA-backed loans, there is also a partial claim where HUD can advance funds to bring your loan current. At the top of the ladder are the exit options, a short sale, and a DDI. You do not have to navigate any of this alone. HUD-approved housing counselors provide free, confidential help to homeowners facing foreclosure. They will review your budget, help you apply for loss mitigation options, and talk through every choice with you. The HOPE hotline is 1-888-995-4673. That is a free call. Write that number down. I also need to say something directly about foreclosure scams because this part can cost you everything. When you are behind on your mortgage, people will find you and offer to rescue you. The MARS rule, also known as Regulation O, makes it illegal to charge upfront fees for foreclosure rescue or loan modification services before delivering results. Never pay upfront. Never sign over your deed to a company promising to save your house. Never send your mortgage payments to a third party. Call the HOPE hotline and verify before you sign anything. Another Georgia-specific fact. After a non-judicial foreclosure sale in Georgia, the former homeowner has no statutory right of redemption. In some states, you can reclaim your home for months after the auction. Georgia does not have that protection for non-judicial sales. Once the sale happens, your options change dramatically. This is why acting before the auction is so important. After the sale, the former owner becomes what Georgia law calls a tenant at sufferance. The new owner must go through a dispossessory action to legally remove anyone still in the property. That process can move quickly. Understanding this timeline matters if you are still living in the home. One question that terrifies people: can the lender come after me for the money I still owe after they take the house? In Georgia, to pursue a deficiency judgment after a non-judicial sale, the lender must seek court confirmation of the sale within 30 days. If they miss that window, they generally cannot pursue the deficiency. That is not legal advice, but it is exactly the kind of question a Georgia foreclosure attorney can answer for your specific situation. What does foreclosure do to your credit? A foreclosure typically stays on your credit report for about 7 years from the date of the first missed payment. Credit recovery is real. People rebuild after foreclosure. A short sale or deed in lieu handled correctly can sometimes carry less long-term credit damage than a completed foreclosure. A HUD counselor can help you think through these trade-offs, and I want to say this clearly: you may not need to sell at all. If you have income that can support a modified payment, if the hardship has already resolved, or if there is equity in the home, a loan modification or reinstatement may be the right path. We will tell you that honestly if it is true. Our job is not to convince you to sell. Our job is to make sure you understand every option. For some families, though, the math is clear. There is not enough equity for a traditional listing. The house needs work, the timeline is short, and the stress of a months-long sale process is not something they can manage. That is where we come in. We are a family of direct buyers. We buy houses across Georgia as is before the foreclosure auction. No repairs, no cleanup, no listing process. We close on a timeline that works for your situation, and we work alongside your attorney. And whether you sell to us or not, we want you to have access to the right legal help. We are partnered with some of the best foreclosure attorneys in Georgia and with HUD-approved housing counselors, and we can connect you with either at no cost to you. If you are facing foreclosure on a house in Georgia and you want a clear next step with no pressure, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We will be honest with you about what makes sense. Click the link. If you have a house in Georgia and you are facing foreclosure and you want a clear next step with no pressure, click the link in the description and fill out the quick form at rivbuysproperties.com. We are a family of direct buyers, not agents and not wholesalers. We are partnered with some of the best foreclosure attorneys in Georgia and with HUD-approved housing counselors, and we will be honest with you about every option on the table, including ones that do not involve selling to us.